The best part of the song is the guitar right here. Ready? Now.
Okay, we're live.
Oh.
I knew he was going to do that. As soon as I started dancing, I knew that was going to happen.
Yep. We needed that. We needed that. That fresh introduction. Thanks, everybody. This is the Cross-Site Chatter. This is episode whatever. You got the greatest three guys in gaming here today. I'm Austin Clark. Thanks for joining us. With me, I have, as always, Prophecy the Prophet.
Woo! That's me. You guys look at my awesome shirt.
I want to, am I pointing to Jay right now?
I mean, sort of, yeah. In the
I don't
little
think
boxes.
I don't think they can see that though.
No.
Oh.
Have a very murderous Mario.
It's creepy. It's very creepy.
It's from a Clockwork Orange. It's from a Clockwork Orange.
I was going to say, have you ever seen the Clockwork Orange, Austin?
I
started to, and then I turned it off.
You should unthink your life if that's what you're doing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just saying
That is the industry goofball, Brian Maldonado.
Bang bang!
AKA back dump.
Yeah.
What?
No, nothing.
And today we're going to be talking about collecting games and memorabilia and why it's fun, what we like about it, what we hate about it, and if it's even worth doing. Yeah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Okay, so basically, I figure we could just kind of go down the line real quick and just talk about if we think of ourselves as collectors or what it is that you like to collect in games, and then we'll kind of take it from there. I'll kind of guide it after that. So, Jay, Prophecy the Prophet, what do you like collecting? Do you collect games? Do you collect stuff?
Yes. I used to be the guy that was always about, let me go buy this collector's edition for this game that I really care about, or I may not even really care about the game. I just buy the collector's edition because something looked cool in it. I've tried to stray away from that a little bit, but then because I have a wall of crap behind me. I got a bunch of games. Got the God of War box and other collectors.
Pandora's box.
Yes, there you go. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize, Kratos. I apologize.
You will not make the same mistake again.
But yeah, I'm like I collect stupid stuff. I got away from the collector's edition of game since I don't buy physical games anymore. I'm all digital, except with the exception of Kingdom Hearts 2.5, which is coming out sometime soon.
Why is it physical then?
Because there's no digital version.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have an alternative, so
That'll do it.
Kind of screwed. Yeah, there's some weird licensing issue with the music that's in Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Yeah, it's something about a redistribution deal with the artist that has done the songs.
Get off. She
has to be paid something different. That's why you'll never find the music digitally for those games. Unless you ripped it yourself.
Is it like the actual scores? Because not the what's her name songs?
Not the Disney music. It's the artist that sings the music. In the game. I can't think of her name.
I know. Christina Aguilera.
No.
I don't think that's it. But whatever the Japanese lady that sings in English, which is very weird to me. Her songs can't be released in another format without her permission, without her or her management company's permission, and they won't sign off on it under the previous deal. They want a new deal. It's a big thing. So no digital. But yeah, I would say yes because I buy stuff I shouldn't buy. For no other reason than I have a problem with spending money on
Utada Hikaru.
There you go, that chick.
Oh.
Okay.
Were
Go
we
ahead.
supposed to? Were we supposed to be doing research while he was?
That was Darren.
Oh, the
guy-
mysterious Darren.
He's an invaluable asset. I want to point that out.
He is. He really is. We wouldn't be able to do our job without him.
He basically does all our jobs.
You guys just look pretty. Look pretty on the podcast. That's all.
We read cue cards that entire average podcast. If you didn't know.
I was there. I've been there a couple times. I've seen the cue cards.
You're like, what? I thought this was all, off the I thought this was a conversational podcast. Nope. It's all scripted.
It is. The best entertainment is scripted nowadays. It's not that reality stuff. But yeah, with the collect, I will personally collect almost anything. I subscribe to Loot Crate just to get the extra crap.
I was just about to say, how do you think Loot Crate falls into your collector's mentality?
It works out perfectly because I can get random stuff that I wouldn't normally buy sent to me. Because I would never go buy a couple Loot Crates ago. I got a thing called Schwings, which are shoe wings. They're shoe wings and lightning bolts that you can lace into your shoes.
Oh,
I would never buy that. I wouldn't even know where to go to find that kind of stuff.
That's actually what I was going to ask. Do you feel like Loot Crate gives you things that you've never really seen before?
Yeah.
That you actually want?
Some stuff, yes. Some stuff, no. But some stuff, I got it. I don't mind it. But then there is some stuff that I've gotten that I'm like, ooh, I definitely want this Sonic air freshener.
Question. Did you enjoy the Galactic Loot Crate?
No.
Yeah, me either. It was garbage.
I was disappointed. It was the worst. I've only got Loot Crate for the past 3 or 4 months, and I was thoroughly disappointed with this one by comparison to the previous 2 or 3.
This was our first one.
Oh, you missed out. You missed out. It was not a good one to get. Don't judge Loot Crate based off of this one. This one was poor by comparison. Okay. The best ones come with shirts. When there's a shirt in the box, the rest of the crate is always good for some reason.
Jay, you should give the Loot Crates a score. Like Conan O'Brien scores at the end of your videos.
I may start doing that.
You should be like
on a scale of 1 through 10, 1 being amazing, 10 being something crazy. I give it a 17.7.
Boom.
1 being a salad, 10 being a chili cheese dog. I would give this a pepperoni pizza slice.
I like that. I like that, Austin. You're much more creative than I, apparently.
I'm actually gonna write that down because I'm gonna use the food scale because I'm a fat guy. But yeah, it definitely feeds into my collecting the Loot Crate stuff because I just found out today about another service called Nerd Box.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing as Loot Crate. It's $10 more a month, and the stuff is, to my knowledge, a lot better. I'll find out when I look into it and probably order it because I'm a sucker.
And then are you gonna do that?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing unboxes and all that good stuff because that's what the YouTube is for, apparently.
Right.
Opening things that you order. I even thought about doing unboxings for T-shirts that I buy, but I said I don't know because I already know what I'm getting. So I'm like, it's not as impressive. It's not as fun.
Right.
But like I ordered T-shirts from this website, which I'm probably gonna plug right here, ripteeapparel.com.
I know that place.
Yeah, that's where I got this shirt from and a bunch of other shirts.
ripteeapparel.com.
Yeah, I bought like 15 shirts over a 2-week period.
Rip Tee, is that one of the ones that do like the $10 $10 shirts every day?
Yeah.
And it's a different shirt, and once you miss out, it's gone.
Yes, that is exactly.
T Fury also does that.
T Fury.
And they're very similar, like they're very nerd culture mashup kind of stuff. So it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
I think if you have a whole bunch of T-shirts, like you said, you ordered 15. If you get them like all in one box, then I think that would be cool to.
Well, no, yeah, they came over like every other day. I was getting a package of 3 or however many I ordered for that day because there's like 3 shirts.
I mean, you could fake it.
I could,
And
but then
just
I've already
put them all
like
in a
when
box.
when I get them, I start wearing them like immediately. Like I'll wear 2 shirts in a day. I'll change clothes 3 times from what I initially wore to putting on to adding several shirts just because I'm like, ooh, I want to wear these shirts.
I mean, as somebody that kind of likes cool shirts, you don't even have to be like fake surprised. Just kind of show them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, boom, I like it.
Um,
But yeah, I'm a collector. I almost border on a hoarder because I collect stuff, then I don't want to give it away, get
Give
rid
it
of
away,
it.
give it away, give it away now.
There you go. Then when I eventually do, it's like it's in mass amounts. I'm like, okay, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. I start getting rid of stuff or just because I don't need it. Because I get to a point where, like, right, I have a Loot Crate box just sitting up there because this one looked badass. It did. It was the inside of it is the Ninja Turtles lair, and it was the Heroes box set. It was the Heroes set, and it came with a little Raphael.
oh, that's
And I
pretty awesome.
And I wanted to buy the rest of the figures, but they're sold out on their website because of Loot Crate.
Mm.
Like Loot Crate bought them out in masses, and they're completely sold out. So now I can't get the rest of them. So I'm stuck with one turtle. My favorite, by the way, but I'm stuck with one turtle. That doesn't. That's not functional. That's not functional without his brothers.
Okay, if you had to pick like 3 things in your collection that you kind of gravitate towards, what would they be? If you have them, you can show them. If not, you just say them.
I always have, but all my stuff is like right behind me. My Power Rangers Morpher. Let me get in the camera there.
How old is that?
I just bought this like a couple months ago, but it was they released one last year and then this year. Where's the?
Oh. I thought maybe it was the one that like I had when I was a kid.
Oh no, I didn't get. I got a bunch of the figures. We were poor, so I didn't get to get the good stuff like Morphers and all that good jazz.
I got
So
that stuff when I went to my dad's house.
See, my dad was a douchebag, so.
I had the gloves that you press the buttons and they make sound effects like.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah.
And then you hit the thing and it was like, go Power Rangers!
Yeah.
Yep. Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, I had that too. I had the Morpher. I had you could like switch the coins out because they had coins for a person.
Yeah,
They didn't do anything, but.
That's how this one is. The same. It is the same thing. Where's the button? I got a White Ranger and Green Ranger coin. I keep the Green Ranger coin in there because that's the best. He was evil, so that's the best Power Ranger, of course.
Does it play music? Ah, that's false. The Red Ranger is the best Power Ranger?
How about no?
Specifically, Jason is the best Power Ranger?
I was getting ready to say, you know what? The Red Ranger was the best because Tommy was all 3. He was red, green, and white. He was Italian.
I think Donkey Kong is the best game ever.
I don't think that's what we were talking about, but moving on. I can grab those. I have a series of a bunch of the different lightsabers from all the not all of it, but the recent Star Wars stuff. I can't connect them and show them, but I have the Darth Maul double edged ones. They do connect, and I beat my kids with them all the time. Not like abusively, but like they got lightsabers too, so it's a fair fight.
Right. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, I don't abuse them with them. Like they have lightsabers, but I'm of course Darth Maul, so I'm better.
SWAT was about to kick in your door. This is live.
Right, I forget about that. Yeah, I don't abuse them. I just win. Hashtag winning. And if one more thing, I don't know.
Video games. Show a video game.
Show a video game.
Something video game related. I don't know. I don't really have. I've been trying to get like. There's no. You know. Boom! I got one.
Boom.
Speaking of Donkey Kong.
Oh wow.
I will never ditch this cartridge.
The original cart.
Yes, this is. I still have it. I still had a functioning system that it played in, but gave it away. But the cart. That's valuable.
That's straight up your cartridge from when you were a kid?
No, I had to rebuy. No, interesting story.
Because it sounded like the way you were talking. It sounded like
I rebought that. I rebought this because this was the first. This was like the first Nintendo game that I did have. And actually, second, Othello was the first Nintendo game I had. But we don't. Yeah.
Wow.
Which I rebought that also. But no,
Why would you do that?
I like was screwing up in school and my grades were in the dumps. My mother made me had a Sega Genesis, a Super Nintendo, and a Nintendo. Every game, every console in the garbage.
Oh no.
I had I had Dragon Power, the Dragon Ball game that was released in America under the different name because no one knew what Dragon Ball was in the 80s. Like I had a bunch of crap.
I have a similar story, only mine isn't steeped in failure. We had a shit ton of games for our Nintendo, and when the Super Nintendo came out, my mom was like, "Well, we don't need a Nintendo anymore," so she shipped it off to Mexico for the rest of my family down there.
Oh well, that's that's not steeped in failure, but that's awesome. That's nice.
Yeah, not for me. I mean, I lost my system, all my games.
In my book, you failed. Mexico won that one.
Right.
Mexico won. Brian zip.
I mean, I got a Super Nintendo out of it.
But then you lost a bunch of Nintendo games. You know, you didn't get you didn't have Mario. You have the chance to play Mario 3 again until Super Mario All Stars.
That came out like pretty quick. Yeah, it came out pretty quick. Not like I was waiting a long time for it.
But you could have waited. You didn't know it was going to happen.
Super Mario World's better anyway, so.
Yeah, totally.
It is, but still, 3 is a 3.
World doesn't classics.
World doesn't happen if 3 isn't made. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, so Brian, let's go to you. What kind of collector are you? Are you a collector? Do you think of yourself as a collector?
Okay, shut up. I'm a bit of a collector. I'm so much of a collector. I don't know. Okay, so you know how you guys.
I'm gonna tell you what kind of collector you are.
Wait, hold on. You guys know how you've both switched over to digital?
Sort of.
I'm such a collector that like I still prefer to have the boxes of stuff on my shelf.
Oh man, are you living in 1998?
No, because back then nobody had boxes on their shelves.
Well,
I guess if you had a PlayStation, you had
I did.
CD cases.
I know. I used to have the big. I used to only buy games that had the big cases. I would save my money for those, the big long games. Those were the games I wanted.
But anyway, so like, yeah, I still buy physical copies of games because I like to see, what I have without having to look into a digital space. Also, for games that I really like or really want, I do go out of my way to buy like the collector's editions. I don't know how long that's going to continue though, because they're starting to get a little ridiculous.
Do you feel like they're worth it?
No, never. No. I mean, Pandora's Box was kind of cool because it's also like a little storage thing that you can put stuff in.
Yeah.
And it came with an art box and stuff, so like that was actually worth it.
I have a story about the Pandora's Box though. I freaked out because I couldn't find my game.
Because it was in Pandora's Box?
Yeah. I opened it up. I was like, where the... For all who didn't have it, like didn't get it, it was underneath the secret panel, which you can use to stash weed in, by the way. I'm not saying that I've ever smoked any marijuana, but I'm just saying if you're a kid, if you're a kid and you got one, I don't know what you're not using it for. But,
all the other collector's editions of things I've gotten, most of them are still in their boxes. They're all displayed in my living room. They're just in boxes still. So like none of them are out, except for Pandora's Box. That's the only one that's actually out and visible. And I always feel like, for some of them especially, like it's way more expensive than they need to be. Like for instance, the Arkham Knight things are coming out, and you have the $100 Batman statue, or a $200 Batmobile.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And it's like $200 for a Batmobile, like. Oof, I don't know about that. And the Titanfall, the big ass collector's edition of that. Do you think that thing was worth? You know.
Did that even come with the game?
Yeah, it came with the game.
Oh, did the Titanfall one?
Wolfenstein didn't come with the game.
Okay, it was Wolfenstein. And it was a shooter in recent memory that was a collector's edition that didn't come with a game.
Yeah, Titanfall had this big ass statue. It stands probably about 14 inches or something like that. Probably bigger than that even. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it probably is like a foot and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the last midnight release I went to, just because that's when I got my Xbox One, and I was like, what? What's in that box? I was confused because my Xbox One was way smaller than this other box. You could have fit two Xbox Ones in that box. I'm like, what the hell did I get? I'm like, I thought I was gonna be the big badass who's walking out of there with the Xbox, the collectors. No, there was boxes bigger than mine, and I kind of felt insignificant.
Um, yeah, but like that one, like that statue is huge, and I think the going price for it was like 150 or 250 bucks for that statue game collection. And like I just don't feel like it was worth it. Like what does it do? It sits on your shelf and it lights up or whatever. It doesn't even make any noises. That would have been the difference. You make the noise.
If it made,
And, yeah, okay, $100 more.
so
Right. I didn't buy that one, thank God, because I don't have an Xbox for one. But like stuff like that. Like if I was really into that game, who knows? It might have sucked me in.
Possibly. I don't think that statue is great.
No, it's not. It's and that's what I mean. Like it's not. It's definitely not worth the price that they were asking for it. And then there's other games. There's games that do it well, where it's like it's actually pretty affordable. Like some of the ones are $100 or whatever, and they come with a statue or something. And like sometimes the statue is a pretty sizable one. Like even though mine was broken, that Joker statue from Arkham Origins, like that was only, I believe it was only $100, and like that's a pretty cool statue. All things
For
considered.
a broken statue.
Yeah, well, mine was broken. Doesn't mean everybody's was broken.
I think everybody.
what if they shipped everybody's was broken to show the downfall of the Joker? Spoilers.
I guess. But yeah, I don't know. If it's a cool enough thing, then yeah, I'll get it. But otherwise, I don't know. I guess it all goes with price. And that's the problem with a lot of these things is like they're realizing that people are going to spend more and more and more. So they're like, all right, we'll put out the regular $100 collector's edition, and then we'll put out the $200 edition to see if they'll bite that. And the more people that bite that $200 edition, the more they're probably just going to get rid of the lower cost one. Like Destiny had a $100 edition and a $200 edition.
Well,
Right?
that's because Activision is on the cash grab. They like to sucker you. But like Call of Duty does that every year. They release the regular copy, then they release the hardened, and then they release the mega hardened or super hard or
They got the prestige.
or the Viagra version. I don't know.
Prestige, hardened, and one other one. There's usually an $80 one, a $100 one, and then a $150 one.
Darren's telling me that Titanfall Collector's Edition is $250 at most retailers.
Huh.
Ridiculous.
Crazy.
$250 for that thing. I mean, it's huge. But, like, is it worth $250 to clutter up space in your house?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so. Personally, me, no. But but again, I'm trying not to be that sucker. And but if they ever start shipping digital versions with those collector's editions, like inside you get a code for the game, I'm going to completely break down and start speaking in tongues because I don't know. I won't know what to do with myself. I can get crap and not have a physical copy.
Yeah. What about you, Austin? What do you think of collector's editions? I don't even know. I know that you have a few things, but like for the most part, you don't seem to be into it that much.
No, I'm actually not a big collector. Mainly because I don't have the money to collect, whereas I like putting that money towards playing games.
I'd like to, first of all, before we continue, I'd like to put these, every time we say collect, I'd like to put in the quotation marks.
Okay.
Because
Agreed.
none of these things are actually collectors anything.
They're not worth. They won't be worth anything to anyone but the fans. They won't. There's so many of them out there that that's not collecting anything because
Exactly. They're not going to go up, and the value of these things is not going to go up unless they're truly limited edition things.
with the few exceptions of like the collector's edition that was for Uncharted 2, still selling for like 500 to 1,000 on eBay.
Right. Well, I was gonna eventually get to some of that stuff too, because we're all are kind of focusing on like collector's editions nowadays without really going anywhere other than that. But yeah, right now like I don't care for many collector's editions. I just like to buy games and get stuff, but I do like getting certain memorabilia type things that just don't come with games, aren't anything special, but they are pretty cool to me personally. So I got a couple things, but some stuff we've already talked about. First thing is has gone for pretty cheap on Amazon through some sales, but I think it's awesome.
Wait, was I supposed to flash it in front of the camera? Because nobody told me I was supposed to.
I mean, you could.
You could have,
It's too late now.
This is a gigantic box set of like all the art books from Final Fantasy. So like you can open it up and then see it's got all those books.
Oh, that is awesome.
Whoa! All hardcover. It's fucking heavy as hell, and
I mean that's just because you have puny arms.
You shut your mouth, Brian.
Hey, he's gonna be carrying babies.
Well, then you better beef up those things. You better beef up those noodles, then.
Hey, Brian. Okay, you haven't lifted this up. This is pretty hefty. I'm not saying I can't lift it up. I'm saying hefty.
It's just big. That's all it is.
But like I got that, and that's pretty awesome. It's something I like just because I really like the series. It didn't come with any games or anything. It was just something I found on Amazon and was like, yep, I need that. So that's cool. The little thing on my wall right there, I think that is awesome. I needed to get that when I saw it. And I do have the Club Nintendo Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds posters still like wrapped up in the tube that they came in. Just because number one, I don't have a place for them. Number two, I kind of feel like those are like a little collector cut type of thing. Like you're not really. Those were never sold anywhere. Those were just the Club Nintendo rewards. So
what you're listing off aren't necessarily collector's editions. They're actual collector's items.
I guess it's like I find that it's hard to define a collector's item because nothing is really a collector's item until like years go by, and that's like kind of how I feel.
But that's
that's basically what a collector's item is. It's something that's rare and collectors are after.
Or if it's I feel like go ahead.
Purchase it. It is added to your collection. Does it not become a collector's item? You are a collector, and it is an item.
Then it just becomes a part of your hoarded collection.
Right, but you are a collector, and you're collecting this item.
Your hoarded pile.
I like hoarded pile. That sounds nice. Sounds sexy.
But we were talking about collector's edition. I want to show one of my favorite collector's editions, and it's kind of a weird one. So there we go.
Hey, you know what else you have that's kind of a collector's piece?
What?
The limited edition. The limited edition. The limited edition PlayStation Vita case.
Oh yeah, that because everybody wants them a piece of that.
Oh yeah.
I would like it.
What limited edition?
I know it got 8 up. That's why I don't have one anymore.
Oh, the one that came with I got that one still. Yeah.
Yeah, the first edition bundle or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got this Mark Echoes Getting Up collector's edition.
I see that, and I'm angry at you.
And it's kind of fantastic. It came with the game. but then it also came with some cool stuff that I actually really liked. Came with this like art book type thing, but it also gave like information about graffiti and some behind the scenes stuff. It's a pretty cool thing. Then it also came with a documentary about graffiti itself, and one of the best things came with this fucking silver marker that I still use to this day to have Greg Miller sign my copy of Lair.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so that's like one of my favorite collector's editions. It still ranks pretty high. And that one probably is really rare. I don't think many people got that.
I will be honest with you. I didn't even know there was a collector's edition of that.
That's how weird I am.
That's how rare that is. I didn't know, and I usually know all of that crap.
Now, Steve, are you there? Steve, answer the phone. Steve.
Gentlemen.
Hey.
Stevie.
Where's your camera?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh crap. How's it going?
It's going
I figured
good.
This camera thing is. It's plugged in. It's not on though. What are we talking about?
Did you mess with the settings in your Google Plus?
God
Yeah, they
damn
had to be updated. Yeah,
Oh.
up top and the up below your address bar, you have to click allow.
Okay. Wait. I've interrupted everything.
You're all right.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, I know what's going on. Just because my recent streaming, I've kind of messed everything up, I think.
That could be it. Jay, say something.
Yay, words. Wait, I do have to talk so people can see it, right? I forget about that sometimes.
Right, just what is that?
This is, speaking of collecting, this is the 30th anniversary of Ghostbusters. Krispy Kreme has released a series of 2 donuts along with a bunch of other Ghostbusters memorabilia, which is this snazzy box, which I'll probably throw away in a week, but go get an actual empty one just to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because it's already got
kind of gross in
it's
there.
already got stuff on it. But then let me pull out the donuts.
They were Slimer and the Ghostbuster symbol or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and then the no ghost symbol. As you can see, I'm holding.
Gotcha.
Are those cookies?
No, they're donuts.
Donuts.
What did you say?
They look like cookies.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you said turkeys. Are those turkeys? Well, you know what? We don't even have a Krispy Kreme around here.
Not anymore, no.
I know. That's why I was so excited when I moved down here, where I'm at, and they have one. Also, they're selling this this tub that's pretty snazzy. It has Slimer on the top, and it's just Krispy Kreme and Ghostbusters. And I was a sucker, so you know. Things.
Okay. So let's get to this question because we all kind of brought it up. Do you collect things feeling like this is just a waste of money? Like all this stuff is just stuff. And like, why am I doing this? Why am I hoarding all this crap? Like, Brian, you have millions of action figures, which isn't gaming related, but you have tons of action figures. Do you ever feel like, well, maybe I should stop getting so many action figures?
First of all, you can't prove that I have a bunch of action figures.
I think the bunk bed behind you proves that you have action figures.
That's my spare bunk bed for people who come over.
Yeah, sure.
Figures. I actually have doubles of most of those action figures that are in box in my attic. You know, a lot of them, I'm not going to say a lot of them, some of them are probably going to be collector's items in the future, but most of them probably won't, just because those specific figures were actually made for collectors. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's like the DC superhero line of figures made by Mattel, where they were just putting out every superhero under the DC Universe banner. So, like, I have, like...
Spider-Man.
No!
Avengers.
I have, like,
Captain
Big
America.
Barda.
What's that guy?
Blade.
What's that guy? He's got the he dresses in red. He's got that thing on his chest.
Flash.
Deadpool?
There you go, Deadpool. Deadpool.
No, not
yeah,
Deadpool.
Deadpool's what I was going for.
Not Deadpool. I have Deathstroke. I have a Big Barda figure. I have a Mr. Miracle figure. Like, there's a lot of people who don't even know who these characters are. But that's not the point. The point is, I have characters or action figures that are, like, pretty rare, and probably if you go on eBay right now, you could probably get them, or you could probably find them for, like, at least triple what I paid, which isn't that much when you think about it.
What the?
But, I mean, it's at least a little something.
Right.
I don't know, for
Off-topic
me...
question is Deathstroke.
What?
We're gonna say off-topic question: is Deathstroke a necrophiliac? That's what I'd be if I was if I had that name. I definitely would sleep with dead people just for the irony.
No, he's not. No, for me, like a lot of that stuff, like I bought them because I thought they were cool and I thought they would look cool, like displayed, even though most of them are knocked down and I never picked them up and stuff. But like, you buy them to display them, and then you buy the extras as just like a backup in case you do want to sell them.
Right.
And then you have stuff like this, which is probably not on sale anymore. It's like a talking Jack Skellington.
Okay, I was about to say, what exactly are you pointing at? Are you pointing at the shoebox, or are you pointing at...
The shoebox is vintage, so.
No, there's like a talking Jack Skellington. We have stuff all over this place that could be considered collector's items, which probably aren't. But then again, you never know. All you got to do is find the right person to be looking for what you have.
Right.
And
okay, well, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, and that drives the price of what you have, you know, and that's kind of what makes it a collector's item, is finding people who want what you have.
Yeah. Kind of going back to video games, do either of you have any will or want to collect old games? Because that's kind of the thing now. I know Steve is gonna get in on this, but
I have so many things to show, but my face is not there.
It's a good thing there's no video coming from him.
but yeah, like Jay or you, Brian.
Me personally, I'm not opposed to retro gaming. I still love all those old games, but I would rather play emulators than collect a bunch of cartridges that I used to own.
I actually would love to go. At a point, I was going to go back and collect those old cartridges, old consoles, and do all that stuff. Then I realized that, yeah, there are emulators, there are ROMs, there are the virtual consoles, there are your PlayStation Network classics and all that stuff. And then I said, you know what, I don't have
PlayStation 3s that can play PlayStation 1 games. So I mean,
also I said, you know what, I don't have a CRT TV, and those games look really bad on a flat screen with high def. They don't hold their glory like they did. But yeah, I started to go back and buy. I was on a hunt for the gold cartridge for Zelda and all the big classic crap. But then I personally gave up because I said, if I ever want to play that game, I have access to that game. I'm like, I have them. I own them all digitally. I can download them and play them at will.
And just like the hassle of like pulling out the system and plugging it in and making sure you got the right cables and trying to find the cables and all that bullshit and blowing out the goddamn cartridges and all that bullshit. It's like
then tapping it on the side and pushing it down. You know, yeah, there's a lot of work there.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. Those old...
That's part of the glory of it. That's
great. That does bring back a memory, but you know, there's a lot of things that you want from childhood that bring back that memory. And not all of them are good memories. We think they're good memories until they don't function as well. Until you're in the middle of the Mike Tyson fight, the Mike Tyson fight and Punch Out, and then your system it starts blinking. The red light just craps out in the middle of you playing.
Yeah.
Or you accidentally like just tap it a little bit, and then the whole screen fucking tears.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Yeah, Nintendo had
It flashes
lose
green,
all your saves.
right.
Nintendo had the red dot of death before Xbox even knew what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Side note: a great handheld emulator, PlayStation or not PlayStation, Sony. What the fuck was it called?
PSP.
What was my phone? Xperia Play.
Oh.
The PSP is a good emulator too, but
Mhm.
the Xperia Go I had, and it was an amazing emulator.
Yeah, you played
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
bought-
stuff on that.
I bought a PSP Go just to play around with the emulator stuff on that, just to play around with it. You know, I only downloaded games that I owned, of course, but I still
Of
owned.
course, yeah, me too.
Yeah. One quick thing. I was listening to the Game Life podcast with Chris Kohler, and he made a really interesting point. Like in Akihabara in Japan, which used to be like the crazy center point for like all things nerd and gaming related, like gaming is going away from there. It's actually getting to a point where like more people in America are buying retro Famicom games than Japanese people, and it may even become like a thing where you can't even get Famicom games in Japan anymore, just because they've all been like shipped over here. So it's an interesting thing. Like I don't know if we just have a more collector mentality or something, or maybe there's just more of us over here.
I think here's my my opinion on this matter. I think we're getting bored.
Yeah.
I think
with
like
what?
I think true. I don't want to say true gamers because that sounds like a shitty term.
True
But I
blue.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of
hardcore.
gamers are getting bored with like a lot of the games that are coming out now, because they just don't. There's nothing new about it. You know, you got shooter after shooter after shooter coming out, or open world game after open world game, and like after a point, some of this stuff you go through a little bit of a fatigue. So people are like, "Hey, you remember that game I used to play when I was in fucking second grade? That game was awesome." So like they pull out their old Super Nintendos, or they have to rebuy them, or whatever happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's happening. Like people are remembering the golden days of video games and remembering how great they were because they're bored with the state of how video games currently are. And everything is like so. I've heard this complaint before. Like everything is so dirty, not dirty, but like everything on screen is like brown and gray, and like there's no joy in video games anymore. And I kind of agree with that.
That's why I like The Last Tinker, even though it wasn't that great.
I'm going to say that game is kind of bad.
No, it totally gets better as it just takes like 2 hours before it actually starts getting interesting.
2 hours of a 4-hour game.
It's not 4 hours. It's like 6 or 7 a beat. No, do you guys watch GameSpot stuff at all?
Yeah, I do.
Did you see The Point recently?
No, I don't think I did.
Danny O'Dwyer did a quick video in their series called The Point, where he was talking about Destiny and like the review scores, but it ended up being this like kind of quick history lesson where he talked about gamers like our age are just in a different world than like youngers, and the stuff we grew up with, like it was evolving so quickly that a lot of us don't get that experience anymore, and that's kind of what we want. Like we want these changing, evolving things, and like through video clips they showed the evolution of something like The Legend of Zelda from like A Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time, and the jump was like what 5 or 6 years to make something like that completely different. And then they showed like GTA, how it went from a top overhead view from like 1998 to 2001's GTA 3 open world thing, and it was just like mind blowing. Same with first person shooters. from Wolfenstein and Doom to Half-Life, which wasn't that big of a leap. I think that was like 6 years or so. Then they show Gears of War 1 to Gears of War Judgment, which is like a 10-year cycle almost, and it's practically the same game. And that's kind of what's going on in gaming right now. So
But
it's a good thing, like what you're
That was
saying,
right.
Brian. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of us probably are getting sick of like seeing the same thing, where kind of younger gamers, they're used to this stagnant kind of evolution where it's only like minor upgrades here and there, whereas a lot of us are looking back at Super Nintendo, and just thinking how magical that time was, how every new game you played was like a brand new experience.
Yeah, there's definitely something to that. Also, I think the fact that like the only games you have anymore are the AAA blockbuster games or the indies. There's no more middle games, so there's like literally the pool of video games like that you can find, especially in a store, has severely gotten dried up.
In a store, yeah.
In a
Yeah,
store, yeah.
I
I made sure to specify that. In a store.
but like it depends. The type of gamer that's out there is a different type of gamer now. Those kids, just like what we talked about with the GameSpot thing. But when I was a kid, not everybody bought 100 games. We went and rented games from the local video store. We rented systems. That can't happen now because there's no way they're gonna let this $500 piece of equipment come out the door.
PlayStation now.
I only owned 5 video games on Super Nintendo. Steve.
Well, back in the day, though.
Maybe
Yeah.
Like maybe yeah. I can say maybe 15 total, and I didn't buy any of them. All of them were given to me.
Yeah, all mine were given to me because I was a child and I couldn't afford them.
Right, it's supposed to like nobody. I had 2 cousins that were working at a place in what used to be in the mall called Suncoast out in Indiana.
I remember Suncoast.
Yeah, I had a cousin that worked there, and he's the one who got me addicted to Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff because when they had that kind of stuff come in, he spent his entire checks on buying stuff, and whatever was old, he gave to his little cousins. He gave it to me and a couple of my, and that's what life was. So yeah, like. I had maybe 15 games. They were all given to me. I didn't purchase anything because we were kids.
Do you still have those games?
Nope.
They're in the garbage?
They're all in the garbage.
Oh no!
Like
Your mom.
Everything up until I didn't have I rebought a Sega. I worked for that and bought that, and then after that I had like an N64 and PS1, but like I didn't until I started buying consoles. That's probably why I buy everything now, for that yearning, like I have to have it all or someone's gonna take it. Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
That progress. I cannot get this webcam to work.
Steve, just plug it in
Mhm.
and then hit play.
Boom. That's how it works. That's how the internet works.
Or turn it on from off.
Turn it off and back on again.
Did you try turning it on and turning it off again?
Just unplug your computer and plug it back in.
Okay.
Okay.
One sec.
Okay.
Is that why
Go
you
ahead.
couldn't buy it, Steve? Because you can't show off your sweet collection?
And it's killing them inside. I know it is.
Yeah. All those things hung up on his wall, he can't show them off.
Right. My towers.
Steve's room's insane.
I've seen, yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. They'll fall on me one day, and I'll learn my hubris.
Well, they don't have earthquakes in Canada, do they?
Yep, we do. Ice quakes.
Icequakes.
If you yodel too loud.
They have grizzly bear quakes. I don't even know what part of Canada you live in.
West Coast.
I see. Near the Queen.
I think I don't think you know how Canada works.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh,
Why? Why does this
Americans.
work?
America.
You're right. So
I can't concentrate on this at all because this is boggling my mind on this. It's lit on this side. I think it's just Google Hangouts hates everything.
That could be.
you gotta get out of the call, try to get back in, and then see if it'll let you. It should, because you have to. They just recently did a policy change or whatever, because I had to allow video and all that stuff.
No, I can see it. Like, it shows the webcam in settings, but there's this other thing, LGP Stream Engine. I had to install, and I think it's just screwing with drivers. And
Oh.
Shit.
Oh.
Shit. But don't let me stop you. Please,
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, since we can hear you,
yeah, I can describe things.
you can talk about, like, because I know you're a big collector of classic game or retro games and stuff like that.
It's true. Oh man, this Sunday, Toy Fair coming back in town. Oh. Actually, tomorrow, I'm buying someone's lot. That's like 80. Man, I got the Disney Infinity crap behind me right now. Got $67 of games to pick up tomorrow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. God damn it.
Are they PlayStation 4 games?
No. And there's other games besides PT.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
There's that Titanfall on the PlayStation 4.
Nope.
No.
I actually want to try that. Actually, no, I don't.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Titanfall's good, Brian.
There's that what you call it, Forza Horizon coming out for the PS4.
No.
Drive Club is coming out.
Although.
What's Drive Club? Because I've never heard of it. I'm sure most of the people that are going to watch this have never heard of it because Sony.
Because Sony. Drive Club is the PlayStation exclusive racing simulator that was supposed to come out at the launch of the system, but instead took a full year to come out. Almost a full year.
I'm going to get Drive Club because it's going to be a collector's item because nobody's going to buy it.
I'm going to get Drive Club because
Isn't it free to play?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like 11 tracks, 10 cars.
10 cars, yeah. That's exactly right.
But from what I hear, it's maybe not a sim. I'm confused. It went on about the leather and how good everything looks. So I don't know.
That's all it is. It's not a racing game. It's not a racing simulator. It's a look at this car simulator. Check out the leather on these seats.
The car
show simulator.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any next-gen racing games? I guess Forza, that's out, isn't it?
You have Forza 5. You have Forza Horizons 2 coming out next week. You have the Need for Speed. You got your Need for Speed. You got The Crew coming out. You have Drive Club coming out. You have no new Need for Speed, which I'm surprised at because EA usually throws money at things.
By the way, Brian, I got The Crew beta.
Nice. Did you drive across the country yet?
No, not yet. I'm also not allowed to talk about it on any social media once I play it. It's in their plan. You can't disclose any information about it.
Because you haven't played it, you can talk about it. I like it.
Right.
It's like the PC beta, right?
Yeah, it's probably the same thing. I'm guessing.
What?
But it's on PS4.
Well, I know that, but it was only a PC beta because I was going to apply for it, and then I was like, oh, it's only PC, never mind.
Well, that's the thing. It's on PS4 now. They have a PS4 and Xbox One code.
Oh, they do have one now?
Yeah.
Oh well.
So don't worry.
You still had to register it and get picked.
I didn't hear what either of you said just now.
Clipping.
Clipping.
Why?
Wait, why did you tell me that specifically?
Because
Explain yourself.
You're an
because
average
he told
Joe.
me because he told me earlier. So
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just telling everybody. Telling all my friends.
hey Steve, did you know Austin's in the crew beta?
Hey, Steve. Guess what just happened?
What happened?
I got in the crew beta.
Ah! So
Okay.
you can't tell us anything except that you're in it?
I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't really. I mean, I
So
could tell you about it, but it'd be a
literally,
lie.
so hipster.
Literally, he can't tell you anything, and also legally, he can't tell you anything.
Yeah. I will
Boom.
go to jail.
Mic drop. No, they just won't let you get another beta.
So
all it is.
speaking of collector's
They'll
editions,
send an Ezio to kill you.
Uh-oh.
so speaking of collector's editions, the Legend of Zelda: Hyrule Warriors had a extremely limited release at the Nintendo
boy.
World Store,
Yep.
and some people are upset about this. We talked about it on the Average Podcast for a little bit, but I'm curious to see your thoughts on it, Jay and or Steve.
Hey, Steve, how far away are you from New York?
Pretty darn far.
He's on the West Coast. That means he's by California.
Yes.
Oh, for some reason, I was thinking the other side. Never mind.
Yeah. It's a bit of a hike.
Kind of.
He's got to go through Moria. He has to go through Moria and the
Have to go through
Shire.
some goddamn ocean too.
He's got to
He
Island.
has to go through
gotta go
King's
through-
Landing.
go through Mordor. He's got to go through Mordor and
King's
Right.
Landing.
I've been hearing good things about that Mordor game.
in Narnia.
Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
Jay has it. Jay played it. Jay got a
I-
trophy in it.
I am confused about all of the allure, but maybe I haven't made it far enough in the story wise. The thing that I do like about it is the what do you call that system?
The Nemesis system.
There you go, the Nemesis system. I like that. I was worried that I was gonna kill everybody because I had like two living people left on the whole top row, and then like two people because I went on a slaughtering spree for the first hour and I hadn't died, so I hadn't been taken back to that screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it hadn't filled back in yet. Then when one of them killed me and promoted, and then everybody got replaced. So I was okay. I said, crap. I said, what if I kill everybody? Do I break the game?
Dang it, I tried something.
Do I win Mordor if I just kill everybody?
Yes, you win Mordor.
That's what I thought.
Here you go. Here's Mordor.
me and Sauron, we become buddies. We start playing golf. We start a slow pitch softball league.
So I played for like 2 or 3 hours last night, and I killed one captain. And it's so easy to get yourself lost in that game. Hey, there he is.
Yay!
Everybody, woo!
He's back. He's better than ever in
Alright,
high definition.
All right.
What? I have a question. I never noticed this on your wall, Steve. Why do you have a Vita 8 gig memory card hanging up? Who's collecting those? Who's collecting those things?
I can't explain it. The price, though, $3 for that. I'm not
Because
gonna
That is a good
That's
price.
I don't even have a
on the
Vita,
wall.
but it's like $3 memory.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Look, we
He
have a
said, I'll
goddamn.
buy it for $3.
We're talking Dragon Ball. Look at that.
No, I'd want that.
Ah. See, now he can show off his toys. Now he's just going to be playing show and tell the whole time.
Yep, we can all leave. He can just end the show.
But all right. Now the ratings will kick in. This live, by the way, can we see if there's like a chat thing for like random people to type?
There is
Yeah,
a chat
There
thing.
is a
Click-
chat
click.
thing.
Click the icon on the side that says chat.
This is top left. and
There's
then
a
I can be
comment
like,
tracker. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, group chat. Okay, yeah. Is that us or?
That's us, but if other people are in here, they talk
Yeah.
too.
Can we?
This is the case. This is in case we want to send each other secret messages that nobody watching can hear.
Right.
That's hot. I can't think of anything.
Like if you wanted to type the words dick pic, it wouldn't mean anything, but you know.
There you guys.
Alright, what was the question, Austin, that you asked like 10 minutes ago?
It was all about Hyrule Warriors and the limited
Oh, yeah,
edition
sure.
Right.
That'd be cool. I want one.
debacle.
Oh no, what
Yeah,
happened to the internet?
it was a pretty cool thing, but yeah, it was 300 copies.
Oh.
What?
Oh, what's going on? What? Huh? Huh?
I think that was a good.
What?
I think that limited release was a good thing, but it should have been implemented different.
It's actually limited. That's kind of cool. Normally they're like hundreds of thousands of them, but this one's actually somewhat limited.
Right. Yeah, I kind
Yeah,
of.
but I think
That's kind of
I think it should have been like an online thing. Hey, the first 300 people to buy one off the site, limited one per IP address, and all that good stuff. So it's only one person, instead of one guy buying 300 of them, one per IP address. They track all that kind of good stuff. It'd been a good test run
Right,
for them also.
And it could have been spread out throughout the country, other than just in one small location. Yeah, I kind of agree with that too, because I do like the idea of a limited edition that is truly limited, but it was disappointing that it's all went to one location where, like, basically if you weren't in New York City, you weren't going to get a copy.
I know, right? Europe got a bunch of those, I believe. Nintendo Europe. I think you could pre-order and get that. I know in Japan you could get a
They might have.
fucking Triforce digital clock. Did you see that?
Yeah,
No.
that was awesome.
Well,
Oh, wait, yeah, I said that.
But in true Zelda fashion, does anyone actually know what time it is outside of in Majora's Mask?
Fuck Majora's Mask.
I'm just saying, they got a clock town. They have a town dedicated to clocks. So they got, but they don't have the technology for clocks anywhere else in the world.
the biggest one. So I'm literally surrounded by things. Look at this motherfucker. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
I
wow.
posted a picture of me of that yesterday. People kept talking about it on the social media. It's like, why do people keep bringing this up? Skylanders, Gamble Games. Look at this. Disney Infinity figures are going on sale.
I saw you posting some of those on Twitter.
$6.50.
I saw that like that night it went live or whatever. You were out. You couldn't find Hulk. Venom was talking to you. There was a lot going on.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He looks badass. Though. I do like.
I haven't even opened it. It's too fresh.
Yeah, I saw the Marvel one.
While there. Yeah, that's going to be my downfall. That's my downfall. I'm just waiting for it to come to Vita.
Disney Infinity?
Nope.
Yes.
It could.
Disney Infinity?
Yes. The beginning of next year. They announced that. They announced that at a trade show earlier this year. They announced it. It's already announced. Look on the internet.
Really?
You know what they also announced? The Last Guardian.
Oh, he went there!
Mic drop.
So wait. So
Yeah.
Steven, are you buying all these things from a collector's
store?
perspective? Yeah, a collector store. From a collector's perspective, or are you buying them as, I don't know, as somebody who just wants his room to be cluttered up with a bunch of shit?
Yeah. They're both, I think.
Yeah, so you do plan on selling this stuff?
No, not really. I just haven't opened it because I barely played the game.
Oh.
I've got open ones. I got, look, it's Rapunzel. Man, that was a good movie.
It really was, actually.
I haven't seen it, but I have kids,
Tangled.
so I'll eventually will see.
Tangled, yeah.
Yeah, Tangled was great.
It was adorable.
I was surprised at how good it was.
Mm-hmm. Very colorful.
It
That
was
was
the
Frozen
precursor-
big problems that it just elect colors.
I didn't see Frozen.
So to be
Catchy song.
the fourth man of this three-man Disney Love Fest. So how about video games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Steve, talk to us about collecting old games.
You son of a bitch.
After
I was
you're
going to do
done.
my own collector's topic on The Hypecast. Should I ever bring it back? Fucking
can
so
totally
busy.
bring
It's
it
like I
back.
do nothing. Oh.
You can bring it back and
Because-
invite us all.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, the thing is, this show is basically just like us bullshitting for like
Hello?
2 hours. Like,
I
there's
know.
no structure.
No.
There's no. We're off the rails all the time. At
Okay, look.
least on the Hypecast, there's order.
I know. I have pages. But look at what the
Pages.
hell is this? What?
Is that
What
a
the hell is that?
calculator?
Calculator.
Is that a tip calculator?
Pretty much. It's a Sega IR7000 communicator. It's like,
I
what?
think I remember those.
What? Look at this. What?
Is it so you can talk to all the people that didn't buy Sega Saturns?
Man.
So you can talk to all the people who didn't buy a Sega communicator.
But yeah, the thing about I find that collecting, to get back to the topic, is often the game in itself, to the point where you don't even find yourself playing games so much as just finding the objects and bringing them back to your hovel. That seems to be the real goal.
It's the journey, not the
Destination.
destination.
Yeah.
Right.
This
And that's
doesn't
how-
count, but it's just neat. Yeah.
And that's one of
I've
the
had
reasons.
this
Like,
for years.
I feel like I'm just not that big of a collector because I'm still at the stage where like if I get
You're
something,
better
I want
off.
to play it. I want to play everything. So
I was tweeting today about the cool to go on a vacation. Have you guys heard this? Uh-oh. He just left. Have you guys heard the... There's that thing going around. It's like the social media. If you get selected, it's like the ice bucket thing where something happens and you have to like pass it along to the next person.
I haven't
What
seen
is it?
this.
Yeah, it's like I'll tag you guys if I do it. Someone
The
tagged
only
me.
one I saw was shared by Patrick Pena, one of our friends, and it was about the 30-day masturbation challenge.
What?
Oh.
Basically,
You have to masturbate for 30
no,
days.
no.
non-stop.
If you've never seen the Seinfeld episode, it's a challenge where
It's the
you have
bet?
you have to abstain. Yeah, the bet. You have to abstain
This is what
from
was in the Dragon
masturbating
Ball.
for 30 days, and then if you take the challenge, then you don't masturbate for 30 days. But if you don't want to do the challenge, you have to donate like $25 to something.
I can't
That's
afford
dumb.
that.
To hand callous monthly.
This crap doesn't buy itself.
Speaking of, I just thought when you talked about buying collectible stuff, I said, oh my god. I thought about my big collectible piece, or collectible piece, I guess.
Let me
Wait, what?
see. Okay.
You speak
It
words
is a
Everybody's froze.
the a Janine and I can't remember the Pumpkin King. I can't. Yeah, Shamhain the Pumpkin King from the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
The problem with that is
I'm gonna tell you right now.
that Jack is the Pumpkin King.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't
This
know.
character right here.
Yes.
Yeah, they
I
look
think
kinda,
this guy predates Jack
This-
the Skellington.
I'm sure this is his dad. You know,
Pretty close. Yeah, maybe. What about
they both got the collar
pumpkin
thing going
patch
on.
guy? The guy from Charlie Brown.
Boom, the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
My problem with Jack Skellington be the Pumpkin
Yeah.
King was he never had. He's
wasn't
not a
expecting
pumpkin.
He
Very
has
true.
a pumpkin. He has a pumpkin head on at the beginning of the movie. I think when they're doing that song.
No, I thought it was later. Maybe it was both
He
spots.
puts a
I don't know.
pumpkin head on at some point. Okay.
He's still a skeleton.
You're a skeleton. Noodle arms. How do you like that?
Hey, hey!
Alright.
Don't you laugh at me, okay?
Shit just gets personal.
All right,
As the
Steve,
guy
go ahead.
posted on Facebook. So yeah, I was at the EB Games today. That's Canadian GameStop, and they're selling Skylander Swap Force Dark Edition starter pack for $30. Fuck!
$30.
Look,
In Canadian money, that's
game
like
included.
they're all dark. Yeah. Now the thing is, I already own this, but I don't have the dark one, and it was $30. So yeah, collecting. Don't get into it.
Because
Would you say that it's a dark hole? Because I feel that way with, I don't collect so much as I buy video games that I have the honest intent to maybe play one day, but never do. Like I don't see the
You
foreseeable
guys, you
future.
can't compete if you're. We're interrupting. I apologize. You can't compete with bringing shit onto the camera.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do this thing.
Do it. That's how it's gonna become.
Hey, this is a collector show, so we're just showing off everything we have.
It's like
I have not shown one. I have not shown one thing except for that giant jackhead that's in the that's over there on the dresser.
I have
You
a
were spinning
dome.
around the keys.
Actually from Japan before he became famous here.
I don't believe it.
Godzilla.
The date on him is.
He's gone.
It's a 1998 date. It's like really small writing where I'd show you, but like this is before he was famous here, because he used to be the mascot for a TV network.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then he became the internet. The internet took a hold of him, and he became this other thing.
That's like having a Hello Kitty in the 80s or something.
Right. I found it at like a second-hand store. The wife made me go in, and it was sitting there, and I said, that's Domo. I didn't have it before he was popular. I'm not like a Domo hipster. I saw that figure and I wanted to buy that, but I would have.
Can't see unless you talk. I see Batman.
It's Batman. It's Michael Keaton.
Batman.
Do you have the one? Did you get the one with the mask off also?
No. You know what? I almost
That was
bought it, but
controversial.
the mask was his face was so stupid looking. I couldn't pull the trigger on it. Anybody have one of these? This is a Harley Quinn Towner doll. When they were first on sale, she was like $150.
Ugh, why?
Oh, wow.
What does it do?
It's basically just a Barbie.
It terrifies kids at night. That thing would freak me the fuck out.
But they're like premium dolls is what they are basically. I got her for a cool $50.
Awesome.
Nice. A cool 50. How much years after? How much years after it came out did you get it?
I think it was only 1 year actually.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good drop then.
Yeah. Sometimes you get those deals at conventions, you know.
It's true.
Right.
I got a.
Oh, Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Got a pretty good Team Fortress. So cool. We need a spotter.
Okay, what's going on?
Nothing. What's going on with you? How you
Just
doing?
brought something down.
I got this thing, and
Uh,
this was
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Austin has like some of the best collectibles
special-
I've ever seen.
This is a special collector Zelda Twilight Princess Sword and
Yeah.
Shield.
He's got like the coolest shit.
somehow it somehow was at Target, and my mom just randomly got it, like around when the game came out, and it's been on my shelf ever since. I've never like seen one of these either.
Was it closed on your shelf?
No, it's kind of like opened like a book. Like
Okay.
that.
That's cool.
You,
What is
you gotta
that?
have it open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I thought it looked like it had it closed. But what is it?
It's just a replica 1/6 scale of the Master
So
Sword
it's
and Shield.
like a letter opener?
This is a collectible, Steve.
Or is it
I don't know what it is.
All right. I have my ultimate collector's piece.
Is it your dog?
This is.
Oh no!
This is something I made when I was in, I don't know, maybe first grade.
It's pretty good.
For Christmas. Nobody else, this is one of a kind. Nobody else has this.
I'll give you I'll give you a quarter for.
A quarter.
I'll give you
Yeah.
26 cents for it.
Sold.
Since we're pulling out our ultimate collectible stuff, I have here the replica Afro Samurai
A
blade.
signed sword by Randy Jackson.
The crate opener.
It is the loot crate opener. Yes.
You're gonna die in one of those videos.
I know. I can't wait for it. I'm so
You're like
excited.
Afro Samurai, just splashing blood. Everything goes gray.
Okay. So it's literally from Afro Samurai. It came out of the cartoon.
Yes, it's a replica blade. I can't remember the site I bought it off of, but I was looking for I wanted to cosplay as Afro Samurai because there's like 4 black cosplay characters, and so you got to take your pick.
Okay.
So, and I was looking for a sword, and I happened to come on. I found a site that was selling replica swords from a bunch of different animes, and yes, this is. You can barely make it out, but yeah, it is the. It's got the jewel. It's the extra. It's got the same handle grip, and it is actually a replica. How authentic it is, I'm sure that no one made an authentic replica. So
Right.
it'll have to do because I'm sure only 100 people bought these things. So.
I didn't realize how curved it was. It's like,
Yes.
it's like really got an arc to it.
Yeah, just as his sword does. Kind of it's curvy. It's
Yeah.
he touched his sword a lot as a child, so it got a curve to it.
I know his pain.
I love how everybody off camera, everybody's just breaking out and running.
Dude, do you know how old this fucking toy is?
Oh my God! Is that the one from Returns?
No, this is the one from '89 Batman.
Oh, the original.
Yes. It's so old. This. So I'd say if I'm a collector of anything, it's of action figures.
There's a Hudson Beef in it.
I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to collect action figures, but I'll play with them. I can't leave them unopened. Shit, I had to buy 2 of the Ghostbusters set because I have one sitting on my shelf that I play with occasionally.
I had to give my Ghostbusters stuff away. Actually, I've got a Slammer and State Buff still.
You give stuff away, Steve?
Many moons ago. Now I've got tiny Evangelion figures. Look at that. Action pose.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Action pose.
It's tiny. It's tiny.
I have Iota.
It's like a little baby.
Heckle.
Hey, did you guys hear me do that Scottish accent on the average podcast?
I did.
It's
and
not,
it was awful.
not Scottish. It's totally.
It was Australian. It was.
It was
very
Hodor. Hodor is.
I'm just gonna.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
How do I make the thing auto select what's... Okay. Terrible.
I personally think that I have the worst luck with the collectors and stuff. I choose to buy. I never buy a thing that's going to be worth anything. I buy something I think is cool, and I can 100% buy cheaper if I wait. Like it'll still be available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's how most of us are. Does anybody have anything they know is worth like a lot of money? I mean, I don't know if you want to show it or say it. Maybe someone will come and kill you tonight. But
I've got boxes of Super Nintendo games. If you want to see that. It's like, Okay, here. Check this out. Don't fall, guys.
Oh god.
I've got stacks of Nintendo games over here. Like, what the hell?
I got the whole Scott Pilgrim original run, not reprints of the comic. Also 6 books.
Wow.
Sure it's not worth anything. I'm sure you can still find them. Oh no, I do have something that's worth something. Because you literally can't see it anymore. I forgot about something. I have there was a anime that came on Adult Swim a time ago called Paranoia Agent.
Yeah, I got that. I mean, like, I got that series thing.
Yeah, I got the entire series unopened, and the company that makes these has gone out of business. So I have the original printing of all the entire series unopened, and I don't. I guess yes.
Why? Open it. Watch it.
I've seen it hundreds of times. I got them digitally from somewhere that I legally obtained because I own them, so it's okay.
I never finished that series.
Can you guys hear me?
It gets really weird.
I can hear you. Can't
Okay,
see
good.
you. Oh,
I have the limited edition of Project Cross Zone unopened.
Everyone has that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but no, see, but mine's unopened.
Yay? I feel better when I open them. It's like, yeah, I did it.
Well, with the Paranoia Agent thing, the only reason I didn't open it, somebody asked me about it, and I said, oh yeah, and I looked, and then I tried to bring it up on the site, and I found out the company that printed them went out of business. Like everybody went out of business associated with this with the series. Like the people that make the anime, they don't make any animes anymore. Like that was the last thing they've done. So I'm kind of terrified to.
Damn it, Austin! You got ass on Austin's camera. I'm on Brian's camera.
It'd have been awful if he'd have farted, because then everybody would have saw it. Because audio would have picked up.
Look at this. A new Mega Man comic book.
Ooh, I got the whole Sonic and Mega Man crossover comics.
I've been meaning to get that, but I kind of stopped buying these just for whatever reason. This one's all about Mega Man 3, and that's my favorite one, so I had to get it.
Sweet.
And then I got this today. Issue 2 of Silent Hill Downpours. There you go.
Oh.
They made a comic?
Oh, but it's not Silent Hill's Downpour?
No, not PT.
Well, then
I'm really impressed that they actually did anything with Downpour instead of just trying to forget it ever existed.
Did you like that game? You finished it.
I did. It was okay. Could have been something else. Like they just kind of stick Silent Hill the name on to other games. Like, yeah, this will sell maybe. There you go. It was kind of like an open world game though.
Yeah,
But
it
then it
seemed
ends.
really different than like any other Silent Hill.
It ends very abruptly too. I didn't think it would be over when it was over. Because you want to explore, because it's open world sort of, and there's all these side quests, you can get trophies and all that. But I went to this one area and suddenly, oh, you're at the last part of the game. Like I didn't even know. Yes, good enough.
I haven't played any Silent Hill after the first two. Gave up on this. Well, in the Vita game, I played the Vita game because I'll play anything on the Vita.
And you played PT.
Well, that I played, but that doesn't count because that's not like Silent Hill-y.
That totally counts.
Really. Saw that today.
Ninja Turtles.
Today. Yeah.
Oh, if we're showing Ninja Turtle stuff off.
So I got the foot soldier.
Lame.
That's pretty sweet.
That's a complete collection?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Which is insanely priced right now. I'm glad I got it when it came out because it was cheaper than $300, $200 to $300.
I have all 4 of the classic Ninja Turtles action figures.
Really? I didn't know that.
They're boxed in the attic.
You know,
They're in the box?
Open or unopened?
I think they're actually opened. I'm not sure though. I mean, if they're boxed in the attic, that means they're probably not open. But I feel like I did open them.
I'm sure you opened them.
You got to. They're cool.
Why would a kid not open toys? See, that's our problem.
Well, no, I didn't get them when I was a kid. Somebody got them for me much later, like when I was like 25.
Way later. Aren't you like 27 right now?
Yeah.
Well, no, way later than being a kid. I got you, Brian.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
I have the last issue of Nintendo Power.
That's pretty sweet.
I feel
Okay.
like that.
I've got that too. It's somewhere nearby, actually. I just saw it recently.
That's something that like obviously it just happened. Like it's not really a big collector's item, but it's something I'm really happy I have.
Do you have the last issue of Game Informer too, don't you?
It's still
Yeah.
going.
That's what he means.
You get it?
Last issue that came
I
out.
get it. Is that the one with the horror games?
Doom.
Yeah.
I just saw that today.
Actually, no. I think the new one's going out. It's got Assassin's Creed on it.
I have a bill. I want to pay this bill.
According to this, I have the Jackson 5 Ultimate Collection.
Sick.
Sweet.
My mother has that.
What are you
That might
trying
even
to
be
say?
her. That might even be her copy, Brian.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Who's
say anything
that?
about being in your mother's bedroom, but
I borrowed some things. I feel it.
Well, does anybody have any last words to say?
I have a game genie.
Oh,
me.
It's gold. Okay, well, give us a.
Wait, where and when did you get that Game Genie?
It's vintage. Like I got it when I was a kid. Look, here's the book.
So that's straight up yours from when you were a kid.
Yep. Sure
Dude, that's
is.
craziness.
that's
Look at the
cool.
suggested retail price, $8.95. This
That's
book.
way cooler than Jay's Donkey Kong cartridge.
Fuck you, Brian. Well, listen, it's not a collector's item, but I got Nintendo soap.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So you use it, and then it's no longer Nintendo. So
Well, I'm not gonna use it because the wife bought it for me, and I thought it's a cool thing. But I'm like, yeah, it's vanilla scented.
that's just weird. Just like,
It's what my wife got me for our anniversary because she's cool like that.
Right, kind of.
Steven,
Kind of a- yeah.
before Austin, before you cut it off, I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know Steven's feelings about collector's editions of video games, especially the ones that are coming out, that are like pretty
Nowadays.
prevalent now.
What? Just in general, you mean? I
Yeah,
missed
do
all
you
your
buy-
other questions, by the way.
Do you buy like collector's editions of video games that are like new games?
Not lately. It really just depends on the game and what comes with it, I suppose. For you? Yeah, it depends. Like normally I wait. No, lately I haven't bought a lot of new games. At least like recent new games, because you can just wait a few months and then they're super cheap. Unless we're talking about Nintendo games. All right. Who's flicking something? Bring
That's
it to
me,
the
sorry.
clouds.
You're ruining everything, Brian.
Yeah, shut it down. Why is Brian why is this thing not showing the small version on the little boxes?
Oh God,
worry.
Mom.
Don't worry, I think the world has seen enough of the small version of Brian.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, because you did the naked marathon thing. Yeah,
Naked Bike Ride.
there you go.
Yeah, I did
it
that.
Depends. It depends. Like I've got over there, I got the Castlevania Lords of Shadow Collector's Edition, which is a pain in the ass because it's a bigger box than the regular ones. So this is gap, like a gap, tape. And it's like right in the middle of that row of games. What the? So that can be a pain in the ass. I think we all know that feeling when you've got like your rows of games and they're all nicely stacked. And then there's that one game, and it had a slightly different sized box, and it's always there. And it's like, God damn it! It was cool at the time until you bring it home. It's like this doesn't fit.
That is why you go all digital. Boom.
I'm out of hard drive space for PlayStation 2. Oh, by the way, Austin, you're right. That Armageddon, my racing game, Armageddon.
Yeah.
That's a fun game. I bought that too, but I don't think I have the hard drive space for it. So I have to clear some shit.
Yeah, Apocalypse, Motorstorm Apocalypse is pretty fun.
Yeah, there you go. Those are words. Good game.
It is a great game.
Get that online.
All right, I'm done. If there's anything you've learned from today, you're a better man than I am.
Sure.
Don't buy things because it leads down a nasty rabbit hole of unforgiving sorrow.
But if
That's brutal. Keeping it real.
If you collect things, here's what I learned. If you collect things, you'll be as cool as us.
Yeah, boy.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Steve, is that a Joker thing on that table back there behind you?
of course the bat freak recognizes the bat.
Next to RoboCop, looks like.
No, actually, well, this is Beetlejuice.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
Very much looks like Joker, so you're forgiven.
I can show you some of these. We got Clever Lang. It's a bit dusty. That one's pretty cool. They had some really fun Funko figures back in the day, but they're all very hard to find. Oh, there actually is a... Oh, God. Son of a...
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Getting on the ears, boys. Tell you what. Here you go.
Two-Face.
Nice.
I had to get that one. It's pretty epic, as the kids say. Like, it's got a little coin.
Okay, to leave, everybody say their favorite 80s action movie line. Go.
On the spot. Such a pity. Can we just say Labyrinth lines?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brian was I've turned the world upside down and I've done it all for you.
You got it.
That was Steve's. Okay, Brian, go.
How about, you have what you want. Now give these people air.
Okay, good. Jay.
I don't know if mine is 8. I think it is. But get to the chopper.
Too hard. Here
that's
is
pretty
your
good.
Sub-Zero. Now,
Plane Zero.
Everything he says is
Arnold is he's a treasure chest of quotable lines.
a national
American treasure.
I've got Predator and Labyrinth right over here.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna cheat now, and the Ninja Turtles 2 line when he says "Raph," a little too Raph.
Austin, that's 90s.
I was going to say that's
I know.
1993.
I just said I
Doesn't
cheated.
count.
I'm offended
That
by
doesn't
how
count.
lifeless he said that.
I'll be back.